Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and a Gay, the show that travels to Spain for some chopia.
Okay, you tried. That was cute. What he meant to say was that I traveled to Spain to get tropias as a true Pokemon nerd. Because, okay, so it technically is supposed to exist in, like, the African region, but I figure we're going to Spain. We get, like, 3 Pokemon if we go to Spain, so that's why we did that.
Uh-huh.
Yay, tropias.
That voice you hear is the lovely Jaime.
Hola, soy Jaime.
And I'm Jose.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so how you doing?
Do you normally introduce yourself that way?
No, usually I go first.
Oh, okay. That's all I was confused. I'm like, something didn't sound right this time. And I am doing well. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Just, we went for a walk yesterday. That was a lot of fun.
All right.
We needed to, and it was also Pigmin Community Day. And Pokemon Community Day, but nobody plays that anymore except for Adolfo. But it was Pigmin Community Day, and the cool thing about Pigmin Community Days is that it's an all-day event. It's literally you can from midnight to 11:59 p.m. right. All you have to do is walk 10K, right?
Okay.
So that's why it's it's a really fancy pedometer, right? Which is what we said. And you get a badge for the day, and I think that's cute. It's depending on the flower of the month. I think this one was Cosmos, and it was like a pink badge that I got. So your face. Stop, you heard something.
I didn't say anything.
Are you sure? Okay. And so I think I can appreciate that about Pigmin, this Pigmin Bloom game, because it's just very go with the flow type of thing, like you have an all day time to do stuff. And Pokemon Go has recently changed back to like the 3-hour time limit for collecting Pokemon, which to me that's never been a day event, like
It doesn't sound like a day.
it does. It's like 3 hours. They did a little bit better because during the pandemic they switched to 6 hours, right? During the pandemic they switched to 6 hours, and then you had like 2 additional hours to evolve your Pokemon or whatever. But it just at least with Pikmin, again, it's an all-day thing. It doesn't make sense to me to call it a community day if it's like a few hours. And also, like, some people work on Saturdays or Sundays,
That's true.
which is usually why the events are I feel like they target them on the weekends because they expect more people to play. But you're excluding like a lot of people in retail, especially in, so it doesn't make sense. I went on a little rant about this. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But it just bothers me that they call it community day when it's community hours from freaking 12 to 5 p.m. Prime times for working. So I worked. But see,
I noticed.
That's why I was mad. But see, after I got off of work, I went to go walk, right? And I still got my Pikmin community day badge, and I was like stoked about that. It made me walk 10,000 steps to get
it.
It might have been like 8 to 9,000 that I had to do because I probably walked 1,000 in here. But I'm trying to show you the badge. But
No, this is great for our listening audience.
I'm gonna show the camera too. Oh, there it is. It's cute. Okay, that's the Cosmos Community Day badge. Cosmos badge for the audience. Can you see it, Adolfo?
Why are you gay?
Because I'm fucking gay, okay? Oh, shit. It minimized. There you go. How about now? Cosmos Community Day. Pikmin. Okay. I'll post a picture about it.
Yeah, no. This was great.
I'm very proud of this badge. And this is the Spider Lily badge that I got last month. Because I did the 10,000 steps. There's one more because I've only been playing this one. The Sunflower badge the month before that. For walking 10,000 steps. Oh.
You're adorable.
Thank you. Let me show you one last thing, and then we could go on to how you're doing, I guess.
No. Take your time.
Let me show you one last thing. God damn it, Pikmin. They have these event Pikmin, and this is so cute. It's like a pumpkin Pikmin. It's a purple pumpkin.
Yeah.
Purple jack-o'-lantern Pikmin, and it looks like a demon from hell. And I love it. So, yeah, that was my Saturday. That's what I did Saturday. How are you, Jose?
I got nothing.
What do you mean?
Just I don't think I can follow that.
You have to show some excitement about something. What did you play? Wait.
Well, I was very excited to play it. Yeah. That's for sure.
Was it just one-handed?
Just one-handed. That's all I needed. I did 100% Spider-Man. Like Completely finished everything.
Awesome. That's great.
Ultimate difficulty.
Cool.
And yeah, every single one of the benchmarks that you don't even get anything for completing.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Yeah.
It took forever.
That's cool though.
Yeah, totally did that. I finished reading Ironheart and started off on Kingdom Come.
Cool.
It's really good.
Which
Kingdom
one?
Kingdom Come. Both Ironheart. Ironheart was really good.
Oh, nice.
I really liked Ironheart.
That's cool.
Kingdom Come is so far really good. I'm not as big a fan of the art on it. It's kind of like hyper realistic.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do like it a little more cartoony.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a really good story.
Kingdom Come is like what decade does it take place in? Does it say?
I want
to say
it was in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah. And it's a future story.
Oh, okay.
And it's like all of the heroes kind of got old and retired, but then all these other people got superpowers, and a lot of people become quote unquote heroes.
Yeah.
But don't have the same respect for the people they're saving anymore. And now it's just like all these superpowered people just fighting all the time and causing all this damage.
Okay.
And then eventually it brings Superman back to kind of put everything under control.
Where was Superman?
He was just retired. He was gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it brings Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern back, like the Justice League, basically.
Oh, okay.
But it's a really interesting story.
Cool.
Also did did you watch Werewolf by Night?
Oh, yes, and I forgot to note that down. Yes.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah,
I highly enjoyed it.
I was gonna say, like, I would really give it like a 9, maybe even a 10. Like, out of just some of the stuff that we've seen lately, at least comparably, you know. But I feel like we got so much interesting story in an hour.
Yep.
In an hour.
Because they didn't have. I mean, imagine if this would have been a 6-episode series.
Yeah, it would have been drawn out, probably.
Yeah, just so much filler.
Yeah, and that's a good point. But see, that's the thing, right? You can get so much out of an hour if we got what we got out of Werewolf by Night. It was so good. What's the guy's name, Adolfo?
Gael Garcia.
Yes, I'm asking Adolfo. Sorry.
Oh.
No.
That's
Like,
cool.
I'm like, we're talking, but I'm asking Adolfo. I didn't mean it that way. No, he did great. Like, he was really great in it. I feel like all the even the lady, I'm not sure who the lady's name.
Elsa Bloodstone.
Okay, yeah, but her real name.
I don't know her name.
Okay, she kind of reminds me of Jessica Jones a little bit.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I thought she looked a lot like the girl from that one Zack Snyder movie that I hated with the zombies and the containers.
Yeah, but which girl?
The girl that Bautista falls in love with, and then they break her neck.
Yeah, like, I mean, the three of them could be interchangeable, though. Like, they could literally just... Wasn't she Latina?
And yeah.
Yeah, but they could honestly just be...
the three of them? And Penelope Cruz?
I didn't say that. Like,
you said the three of them. And we're only talking about 2. So...
No, what? We're talking about 3 different actresses. Because I said Jessica Jones.
Oh, Jessica Jones. I forgot about Jessica Jones already.
Penelope Cruz was not even in that. Oh, you were adding Penelope Cruz because you're racist.
A little bit, yeah.
Got it. No, I'm just saying. Because one of them had a British accent, European accent, right? The one from, I like how you were confused for a second. Well, the American one didn't. American accent?
I think she's Cuban.
Is she?
Might have been.
She's hella white to me. Okay.
I don't know, man.
They're interchangeable, man. Like, they all have the jet black hair, light skin, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I highly enjoyed it. I really did.
Me too. I like that we got something different, you know, more mystical, you know, more monstrous, you know, type of thing. And it wasn't super scary. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is scary, right? But I feel like it did the job of like those horror films from that time period too, right? Like the classic horror films.
And the practical effects.
Yeah, the practical effects. It wasn't like overdone. Even the when they showed homie in the casket in the beginning, that was pretty. It was pretty creepy, but it was pretty cool at the same time. I like the vibe a lot of it.
Right? Yeah, I highly enjoyed it. Also, yesterday I started playing Tomb Raider.
Oh, which one?
The
PlayStation, the most recent one.
Yeah, not the most recent one, but the first of that trilogy.
Okay.
It was I bought these games, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a while ago when I bought the games, and I just hadn't played them. Mm-hmm. But yesterday I was just like, I want something that I could kind of play and, you know, And it's a platformer too, so you're figuring out puzzles and shooting things and stuff. So it's a fun game. So I realized how spoiled I am when it comes to graphics. Because when this game came out, I remember thinking like, "Oh my god, like this looks amazing."
Yeah,
the
of
graphics on
course.
this game look amazing.
Yeah.
And playing it back because it's backwards compatible,
Okay.
and so this is probably the Xbox One version.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, I guess,
Yeah.
but no, I'm highly enjoying it, and I felt like there was no natural way to stop to not natural place to stop the game because it all plays like a cinematic movie.
Okay.
So it just one thing flows into the next.
Okay.
It's really difficult to find a pause to be like, okay, you know what? I'll pick up here tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I almost just finished the game
wow.
in one sitting,
So it wasn't like there weren't like chapters to it
No.
almost. Okay. Okay.
but highly enjoying it.
And some people, well, some what do you call them? Developers, like they want that.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be able to dedicate the time. But I think you make a good point though. Like you end up kind of finding it too hard to put down sometimes because you don't know you don't know when is a good time. You know, it's like in a movie, right? Like if you're in a
Exactly.
movie theater and you have to go pee, what's the best time to do it? It's like your brain instinctively knows, but if there's no point like that, then you just kind of like. By the way, I never do that. Like if I go to the restroom, I go before, and I never get up and have to go to the restroom during
Same.
the movie. Yeah, because
I don't think I've ever had to.
I want to see the movie.
Exactly.
Like plan for
I
that.
could wait 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Pee and then wait 2 hours. Like if you didn't do
Yeah.
that beforehand, that's on you.
Exactly. And with my big ass cup of soda too. I don't understand why you can't wait 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Well, some people have small bladders or whatever or conditions. Not that we're saying that you shouldn't take care of your condition. Like be cautious of your condition, but it's just like I can wait. I know I can wait. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Someone broke my truck, so I inadvertently got last weekend off.
Oh,
It was nice.
to have the weekend off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like to just not work for 3 days.
Oh.
So, yeah, I miss those times.
Did I give you flashbacks because of the whole peeing thing or what?
Well, just my brain.
Your brain?
Yeah, it starts making these weird ass connections, and I'm just like, I could drive for hours without having to stop to pee.
Yeah, well,
And then,
that's why
and
that's why I said that.
Yeah.
I saw Hellraiser. Did you happen to see Hellraiser?
I have not. How was that?
I actually really enjoyed it. I would say it's probably like an 8 out of 10.
Wow, that's a pretty good
Yeah,
score.
and I think that what was really surprising is like I feel like Hulu's releasing a lot of movies that are very surprising, like Prey, right? Like I would say 10 out of 10 probably for that movie, right? Hellraiser was really good.
Yeah.
Considering like sometimes the franchises kind of die off because they try to do too much. I feel like this movie was not too much. Like I know that Hellraiser is supposed to be a lot about gore. Well, at least from what I recall as a child. I can't honestly say that I've sat down and watched them now in my adulthood. But I don't feel like the gore was over the top. Although one of the scenes was like, okay, why did you do that to this person but not anybody else, right? The monster
Send a message.
Yeah. Well, it was like a lineup of people. You know how like they always just kill people off in a row, right? So it was just like in the middle, this random person was just like, "This is what we're gonna do to this person."
Fuck you extra hard.
Yeah, yeah, like for no reason. Like it was anyway. I feel like the monster designs were really the Cenobite designs were really cool. Like I even want to see that main female presenting Cenobite that we got. I want to see like that one in the Dead by Daylight. That'd be really cool to kind of use like get that skin and add it to the game. But they also had other ones that were just really interesting, really cool looking. I was like, oh wow, like I'm creeped out, and it was pretty intense, like watching the movie. The main actress, I don't know her name. I'm really bad at actors and actresses, but she reminds me of the lady from Russian Doll. I don't know if you heard of that series.
Never
It's from
heard of it.
Netflix. Russian Doll, and then also she was in Orange is the New Black. No? Okay. What is the name of that? Yeah, something like that. Let me look it up real quick. That sounds correct. Something like that.
They can't hear him, right?
Natasha Leone or something like that. We said. Okay, hold on. Let me shut up. Wait, don't you have a mic? Oh no.
Wow.
He does have a mic sometimes, Jose. Yes, Natasha Leone, Lyonne. That's not her, but she reminds me of her. I'm just saying.
So you just Googled someone that has nothing to do with
I was talking about Natasha Leone, but let me find out the main. It's not getting good ratings from what I'm seeing, but I like the movie. Her name, Riley, was that her? Odessa Azion is the name of the main actress from it. It doesn't have good reviews, but I personally thought it was pretty good for like at home, a horror flick, like kind of the October vibe, you know, like I thought it was worth watching. It was a good like 8 out of 10 for me, for sure.
That's very, very high praise.
Might be generous, but I'm just saying I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't think I've watched any movies.
No.
I've been wanting to, but I just haven't been able to find something that looks entertaining enough. Avenue 5 came back on HBO.
Oh.
Which I do enjoy that show.
What's it about? I've never heard of it.
It's led by Hugh Laurie, who played House. And he is a captain on this like space cruise.
Oh.
And something happens and they all basically get knocked off course. So this thing's only supposed to take a couple months, I think.
Oh, okay.
And it ends up being drawn out to like 6 years.
Oh, wow. So Lost in Space.
Basically. But it's a comedy.
Oh, okay.
And Hugh Laurie.
Really?
Yeah, he's the captain of the ship, but he's just the quote unquote pretend captain, and nobody knows that.
Oh.
So there is an actual crew of people that are actually flying the thing.
Oh, he's just like the face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they have him, and then these actors that are pretending to be crew, but don't know how to do anything. And then the main guy, he dies in the first episode. So everybody's just pretty much fucked.
Oh,
but it's a really funny show.
Yeah,
cool. And it finally came back for season 2, and just
you might catch that.
Well, I'm trying, but I'm just like I don't know how I feel anymore about these things, these weekly releases.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I'm just like, but like for instance, Game of Thrones. The House of Dragon. I haven't watched the last 3 episodes.
Okay.
Just because, you know,
like you forgot about it.
By the time the next week comes around, I'm just like, I'm over it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened in the last episode.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Maybe that's why we haven't been like really into some of the stuff that we watch, because it's not like you're watching it at your leisure, right?
Yeah.
You have to wait and watch it weekly, you know, which is weird because I feel like sometimes that builds a connection to the characters, to the stories, to things like that better. But then I find that, for example, I just saw the Dahmer special, the Dahmer thing on Netflix. I don't even know what to call it. It's called Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And we kind of just watched that like as we wanted to go. Yeah. You know, like as we wanted to. Excuse me, like at our pace when Adolfo and I were available, sit down and watch it. And we got through it. We finally finished it yesterday, and I have to say the show was a really good show.
I hear.
I understand that there's like a lot of kind of controversy because of like they're like, why are we kind of glorifying this murderer type of thing? I think we kind of talked about this previously, but I don't see it that way. I see it like as it did a really good. It explained what Jeffrey Dahmer does, right? What he did. But it also explained it from the perspective of different victims on top of that too, you know. And there was some victims that like in the story you were just like so drawn to and connected to, and you were just like, oh, like it's a real thing, like it really happened in real life, you know. So I don't think that this discredited or it didn't diminish their memory. I feel like if anything, it helped me learn more about, you know, the victims, the situation of Jeffrey Dahmer. I told Adolfo that it very much reminded me of Death Note in the sense of Death Note, the Japanese like anime that they released. The main character is the villain in Death Note, right? So you just want to see that person die, and not to say it like that exactly, not to say that that's the, you know, like as a, you know, kind of a psycho thing or anything like that, but it's more of like you know, like through that series, Death Note spoilers just in case, that the main character is gonna die, right? Because they are the villain, they're the true evil of the series. And I feel like it was kind of the same thing with the Dahmer story, right? That we saw. It's like you're learning about this person. Yeah, they are the main character, but I don't think it's glorifying it. I think it's telling you a story about that person, giving you different perspectives from the victims, and educating. But not only that, you know where it's going to end.
Yeah.
You know, you already know where it's going to end. If you don't know, then this is a great way to learn about it. And Evan Peters, I think that's his name. He did a great job. Great job as an actor. Just in that role was crazy. And
he's Quicksilver, right?
Quicksilver, yes. And it was honestly, it's 10 episodes, and I was super into it. The last 2 episodes were a little long.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like we needed the last 2 episodes. We could have just got one longer episode, and it should have just been done. But it was worth a watch, in my opinion. But I know you don't like that type of stuff.
I really don't.
I know.
And a large part of it is that, because then you get people that are like, well, I want to be remembered for something, and this is how all these shootings happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, but this stuff, like, even then, that's something that was even kind of explained in the show. That either way,
don't try this at home.
No. It was explained that like regardless, there are gonna be people who be people who idolize people like that. You know, it's strange. It's a very strange situation, right? Like, I don't idolize any killer. Like, I never thought like, oh, this person's a genius. No, like, that's crazy, right? So I think, but either way, there are some people who are kind of in that situation. They'll think that way, you know. But I think it's a great way to kind of learn about the situation, if anything, you know.
Yeah.
With a little bit more drama behind it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, we got Elon Musk shows off a project he's named Optimus.
Oh, Prime?
Bruce Willis is kind of returning to the screen, but not really.
Why? Just rest, dude.
The dance version of a sci-fi movie we didn't know we needed is in production.
Okay. The dance version?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Alan Moore hates everything.
Okay.
Nothing but bad news for Marvel. Actually, no, I added some good news this morning, so
okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
She-Hulk?
Yes, She-Hulk.
Pokemon,
yes.
of course.
Pokemon.
Of course.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. Elon Musk has unveiled a prototype of his humanoid robot dubbed Optimus, predicting they'd be able to take orders in 3 to 5 years and sell them in under $20,000.
I hate him.
Would you buy one?
No, I'm not gonna buy one. Why would I spend like $20,000 on a robot?
Because they could be your servant.
That's weird. Well, no, that's weird.
Or sex toy.
Yeah. So no.
For $20,000, that robot better put out. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you would buy one, Jose.
Yeah.
This would be everything you would want. Oh my God, Jose.
I can turn it on and off.
Stop. Oh my God. Whenever you want. You're terrible. You're terrible. Anyway, okay, so this is going to sound kind of silly, I would say, but I think we're just getting to that point where, like, did you ever see the Animatrix?
No.
No? So there was like this group of little like anthologies, I guess.
Yeah.
It's what it's called,
I
right?
remember it.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. And it just starts getting to the point where like there's enough like the AI is sentient enough to then start feeling stuff and reacting, and has emotions, and it's just, I feel like we're getting to that point. The more we start doing these things, like, you're gonna put a robot in your house, right? And you're gonna treat it as a servant, and then eventually, what if the robot's like, you know what? I don't want to be your fucking servant anymore.
Sentience?
Yeah.
Have you played the game Detroit Become Human?
No. Detroit Become Human?
Is that the name of it? Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound like something I've ever played.
It's mostly a storytelling game, and I actually really want to play it. I haven't played it. I've watched videos on it.
Okay.
But it's a game where basically you play as one of these androids, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, like you're a servant to like to this household in where this little girl is basically being abused, and you have to make story decisions and stuff. Wow. And then like another one is like a cop android, and it's just a storytelling game.
Yeah.
And I really like those, and I've been wanting to check.
Is it like a Telltale story one?
It's not a Telltale story one, but it's like that. Basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's especially because the Telltale story games are more like cel shaded comic book graphic type things.
Yeah.
This one has It's more. I guess it's more quote unquote realistic.
Oh, okay. Are you like from a third person point of view on the character?
Yeah, it looks like it is a third person point of view on it. But that's really what I think of.
Yeah.
But these robots will be tested by working jobs in their factories first. Musk wants Tesla to be seen as a leader in fields like artificial intelligence and not just a company that makes cool cars. So this part kind of confused me because it says the demonstration showed the robot walking out and waving at the crowd. But then later it says that this robot is unable to walk.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so they saw the robot doing simple tasks like watering plants and carrying boxes and lifting metal bars.
Yeah.
But it says in a few weeks they'll be able to walk.
In a few weeks, like what is that?
In a few weeks, like they'll be able to get that programming going.
Okay, but it was shown to be walking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was confused because it says they saw the robot walking out and waving, but now it says in a few weeks it'll be able to walk.
Oh, okay.
He said, I think Optimus is going to be incredible in 5 or 10 years, like mind blowing. He also said that existing humanoid robots are missing a brain and the ability to solve tasks on their own. Toyota and Honda have developed humanoid robot prototypes that can do complicated things, like shooting a basketball, but Tesla is looking to mass produce them.
This is iRobot.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like there's again that kind of the reference to the Animatrix. There was one of the episodes was called the Second Renaissance, and that's when everything happened, and that's when robots decided, you know what, like why do we have to be kind of like slaves and stuff like that too. So in iRobot, it was like the beginning of that essentially too. You know, like when they first became aware, you know, or decided to be when they first started reacting or responding as opposed to, you know, just taking orders and stuff like that. So yeah, crazy. We don't. And I say, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, and I say it in a sense of like, not that we just don't need to manipulate something like that in a sense, you know, that could one day take us out and have it in our closet until it decides it doesn't want to be in the closet anymore. Then it comes out as a gay robot.
That is how it works. Well, Musk says that he's committed to accelerate the world's transition. Musk says that he's committed to accelerate.
You're almost there.
Musk says.
Musk?
Elon
Musk. Okay.
Yeah. Says that he's committed to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Haha, there you
go. By creating robots.
That, you know what? I didn't get it either. That's what he said. So cool.
Because wouldn't robots like take up like power too, you know, like electricity, for example. Sure. You know,
yeah. But you could probably plug your iPhone into them. I wonder where that USB stick's gonna be coming out of.
Oh my god. Okay.
A few weeks ago, we talked about Bruce Willis, his forced retirement because of aphasia.
Yeah.
Well,
his forced retirement, but he chose to retire, right?
Well, I mean,
I'm saying
have to. With the aphasia.
But I'm saying, well, I guess the way that you said it right now, it sounded like somebody just was like, you need to retire, but he probably wants to retire, right? Because he's like tired. And he needs to focus on his.
But he doesn't want to retire.
Oh, he doesn't want to retire.
No.
Oh, okay.
But he can't work because of his aphasia.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least that's what we thought. Willis just became the first actor to sell the rights for a digital twin to companies like Deepcake and The Telegraph.
Okay, so but okay, and this is what we talked about before. Why do we, like, no offense, Bruce Willis, like, you're great, you know, like, he was a great actor, is a great actor, great, right?
I agree.
We don't need digital versions of these people. Why can't we just use use different people, you know, and create new stories around those different people?
I agree.
You know? So it's dumb.
Yeah, he calls it a great opportunity to go back in time. I mean, we've seen similar things like Skywalker and The Mandalorian.
I don't need that.
I agree.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so far he's only given permission to use his likeness in commercials, allowing his face to be superimposed into another performer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah,
I mean, the only way that I think this makes sense is if they do like a flashback to a younger version, and just sparingly. I don't need a whole movie.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna get Die Hard: The Teenage Years with a superimposed Bruce Willis.
It's
you
weird.
know,
Yeah.
I don't need that.
We don't need that.
Really don't.
You could also use a different actor. Did you ever see that movie where Looper, yes, where they try to say that guy looked just like Bruce Willis. I'm like, that guy looks nothing like Bruce Willis.
He didn't.
Like, not even in younger Bruce Willis. And that was like the whole pitch and the whole sale of that movie. The movie was good. It wasn't like a bad movie. Well, it was okay for its time, right? But they were selling us on the idea that this guy looked just like Bruce Willis, and I was like, I never saw it. Like, I never saw it. They were just trying to get people to believe it for sure.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt looks nothing like Bruce Willis.
Nothing. I don't care what they do to his eyebrows.
Well, there's also reportedly an animated series in the works for Pirates of the Caribbean. According to the report, Disney sees it as a way to keep Captain Jack Sparrow character alive without having to bring back Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Yeah, the animated series is also not going to interfere with the movies, but Margot Robbie will be replacing Johnny Depp as the protagonist of those movies.
Of the movies. So
Yes.
she'll be a new captain.
Yeah.
That's cool. See, I don't need Jack Sparrow. Like, it's the same thing, right? Like,
I don't need another Pirates of the Caribbean
it could have ended after 3, and it could be called Pirates of the Caribbean just with a new pirate, Margot Robbie.
I don't need it.
I wouldn't mind it.
I didn't even need 3.
There was 4.
There's 4?
Yeah, there was 4.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I feel like the 3 was a good, like, they had good arcs, right? Like, they had good movement, and then they just did a 4th one, and it was with Penelope Cruz, actually, was in it, too. And I just didn't think we needed that. Well, I don't think I saw it, even. Because the 3 actually ended the stories of, like, the initial 3 people that were in the main movies, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, it's like something, like, if you're going to do another Pirates of the Caribbean, cool, show me a new pirate. Like, you know, go on to a new character. That's not an issue for me. I don't need an animated series.
No?
No.
I don't even
You don't need pirates. You need 3 pirates.
Give me another Pirates movie. You don't have to do Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, how often are they in the Caribbean?
What if they called Pirates of like the Dead Seas or something like that?
Good with that.
See, yeah.
Give me something else.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle, director of movies like Trainspotting, 28 Days Later, Slumdog Millionaire, and Yesterday, has signed on to direct a dance adaptation of a 1999 sci-fi blockbuster.
What sci-fi blockbuster is it?
How do you feel about The Matrix dance adaptation?
What does this mean, though? A dance adaptation? Like, what does it mean?
It's gonna be a dance.
They're gonna dance The Matrix?
Yes.
Like, is this something they do in movies sometimes? Like, I've never seen this.
I don't fucking know.
Because okay, like maybe a musical. Is that what? Like, are they gonna add?
It's kind of like that. So it's the project is titled Free Your Mind, and it's from the Warner Brothers Theater Venture. They licensed the project to debut next October in Manchester, England. The production is described as a large-scale immersive performance, combining the hip-hop choreography of hundreds of dancers with the latest immersive design. Free Your Mind will take audiences on a thrilling journey through the Matrix and into the realm of possibilities. No, you don't want this dance movie?
I don't. That's weird. It's a movie too.
I mean, no, this dance show.
It's a production.
This dance production of the Matrix.
I don't get it.
No?
I never like in the time of the Matrix existing through all my life, right?
It's gonna be like Step Up the Matrix.
Fuck. Are they gonna take us to like that orgy scene and like there's gonna be a bunch of people dancing and doing tribal movements and stuff like that?
Just a hell of a lot of twerking.
This sounds like this sounds more of like you said, like it's an immersive event, right? Like this sounds more of like almost like if you were thinking about a haunted house, except like you're doing a tour through fucking, what was the place called?
The Matrix?
No, the place where they live, like in the Matrix.
Oh,
Zion, where they're going through Zion. Like we're getting a tour through Zion, and there's just people dancing. You know, like they're doing the traditional Zionic dance or something like that.
Yeah,
This is weird.
very much so.
People are just bored. Like, you know what? The Dance Matrix. Let's do it.
The Dance Matrix.
The Dance of the Matrix. Stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Have you seen the new Hocus Pocus movie?
No, I didn't. And I kind of wanted to watch it, but I didn't watch it because then I feel like I needed to watch the first one again.
Because you haven't watched it every year for the past 45 years,
Bitch,
like everybody
fuck you.
else.
You don't know. No, I don't watch it every year.
I haven't watched it
I
in
saw
20
it.
years.
I
so
probably saw it like twice in my lifetime. So
you're not missing much. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's not, but
Yeah.
I don't. Well, you're not big on nostalgia, so
yeah.
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 It wasn't bad. Hocus Pocus 2. I just recently saw it. It
You
wasn't
saw
bad.
it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was looking for something to watch.
Weird.
And
that's
it
not
was like,
you at
know
all.
what? I haven't seen this one.
Okay.
But I also went in with very low expectations.
Okay.
And it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. A mother in Texas.
Oh my God. That's all you gotta say.
Oh, wait till you hear her
No,
name.
I know this story. We'll go ahead.
Jaime Gooch.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Has
First of
gone
all,
viral.
don't take my name like that. My name is Jaime.
For warning parents
Fine.
about the dangers of letting their children watch Hocus Pocus 2. This woman said, worst case scenario is you unleash hell on your kids and in your home. The whole movie is based on witches harvesting children for blood sacrifices, like Democrats.
Like Democrat? Oh, did she add
didn't
that? Oh,
Do not watch this film. Everybody thinks it's fake and innocent, but they could be casting any type of spell that they want to. Anything could be coming through that TV screen in your home. I don't think she understands that there is a line between what's real and what's not, which probably is why she watches Fox News.
oh my God.
Gooch explained that her and you know what? I made sure that I got that right. Gooch explained that her
Oh my God.
that her family
You could never say that with a straight face. Okay.
her family has not participated in Halloween in about 4 to 5 years because the thought of exposing her kids to darkness pains her.
Oh my God.
I think it goes further than just a movie. It goes further than Halloween. It's a year-round thing. We constantly need to be cautious of what we're consuming, what we're bringing in, and what we're sending out. I believe whatever comes in our TV screens, there are things attached to that. I've seen for myself the things that I've watched with my eyes or heard over a TV screen. They've become manifested in real life. And when I think, oh my gosh, what did I consume?
Something's wrong with her. Then, like, if things are coming to life out of the TV screen, she should probably consider talking to somebody, like a doctor. I'm just saying, like, if that's really what's happening in your life, you know, Gooch, go check it out. Go check out a doctor, please.
Go check it out, Gooch.
She probably just prays it away, though. Like, whatever she sees. I can't, dude. Like, this is the thing about people. Those people, her. Specifically, this
It
person.
has spawned multiple spoofs across social media.
Oh my God.
So I do suggest you go take a look at some of those.
Oh my God.
Disney has announced that Hocus Pocus 2 is the
Hocus.
most watched original film on the platform, though.
Hocus Pocus 2, the most watched original. Oh, okay.
And it's not a bad movie. Like I said,
No, it's cool.
I went in just really low expectations.
I just got flashbacks. I saw like 5 minutes of it because I saw the where there were the little girls in the
with the little
beginning.
girls.
Yeah, and then I
they're
stopped
really
watching.
good too.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
I don't know.
that's the only part they're in.
I don't know why I stopped watching it. I probably just got distracted. Yeah. Stop. What?
No, nothing.
Anyway.
I've mentioned multiple times that my brain dead game that I just go to is FIFA, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something I can play and not really have to focus on anything.
Okay.
FIFA 23 will actually be the last FIFA game made by EA.
Oh, wow.
They were unable to renew the license with FIFA, so the next EA game will be called EA Sports FC.
EA what? EA Sports FC?
Yeah.
Oh.
Football club, usually.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like the only reason I played FIFA is because they have the licenses to all these clubs and all these players, right? Unlike there's Pro Evolution Soccer that has a better system, but they don't have any of the licenses, so everyone gets a generic name, and like instead of playing with Ronaldo, you're playing with Smaldo or something.
Oh my God!
Right? So it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But now they're losing that license, and FIFA's just gonna go around pursuing a partnership with other developers. Although EA is just terrible.
Bad, yeah. But then again, FIFA is not much better. Like, not to be fucked up, they do some pretty shitty shit.
Yeah,
too.
and it's because of their that pay to win strategy, basically.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Especially with the Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
You know, the best way to do it is getting players. The best way to get players is buying these packs. And the best way to buy these packs is using real world money. Otherwise, you have to play so many games against people that have bought this stuff.
Yeah.
So you're always at a disadvantage. And yeah.
Well, while we're on that subject, they Injustice 2 Mobile just released Black Adam, and the new Black Adam actually. It's from the movie because we already had Black Adam, like the Injustice version
Yeah,
of it.
with the Windows peak.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, he was called like King of the place where he's from. I don't know what the name.
Okay.
So so they released him to the game, and they also, along with that, released a new solo raid, which I like the solo raids because they keep you busy and just doing something with your own teams that you build. It's called Ancient Judgment solo raids, and it's been cute. It's been fun. Like I like that they're kind of changing up the main bosses of each of the levels that you go through. But I do feel like of course this company is it NetherRealms that makes this game?
I don't know.
I think it is. Anyway, they still like they release characters and they expect people to pay $50 for like
Jesus.
a 3-star character, which again the 3-star leveling thing is so stupid to me anyway. And I don't mind it as long as you can grind to get it right.
Yeah.
But then like the 6-star one is like $100 for like a digital character like Black Adam from like the movie. Like, and I really and people pay this shit or they hack the game,
sure.
or they hack the game, one or two, right? But it sucks that like. You don't have to do things like that. Like you can put content in, and I'm going back to this just because I like this game. Like the gameplay is a lot of fun. The play style, the characters that they release are really cool. But they just start getting to the point where like you're paying $100 for a character. Like that's stupid. That's crazy, ridiculous. And the artifacts, it's the same thing. Like you end up having to pay money to get good artifacts that make you better at the game. That's such trash. Like such a trash way of doing it. And they don't change it. They haven't changed it.
Because people keep buying them.
People keep buying them. At the end of the day, that's the problem. Yep.
Yeah. Right now, FIFA 23, which is their last game, is the last. It's been review bombed.
Like in a bad way, or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Most of the complaints are it just feels like the same game because let's be honest, all the FIFA games are the same.
Yeah.
I stopped buying them yearly. I would buy them every 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Because it was the same game. It really is.
Yeah. It's like Just Dance. I know it's a random ass game to mention.
Okay. The Matrix version.
But Just Dance was basically the same game every time, and then the only way you could get like new songs is by signing up for like a monthly pass. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like new songs to get new songs to it. You had to sign up for like a pass. Like you had to join a club to get songs. And I'm like, "What trash, man? Like, what's the point?" I would buy the games if it was just like, like these are the songs you get in this game. Do you want to play those songs or not? $50. Give me a bunch of songs that you want to play. I like Just Dance. It was cute.
Oh, I realize that. Alan Moore is a creator of amazing works, right? And he's also a miserable fuck. Like he really is.
Okay. What has he made?
He made V for Vendetta.
Oh, great.
He also did The Watchmen. Mm-hmm. He's actually one of the creators of Constantine, and it is Constantine. I looked this up.
Bitch, I googled it while you were on the show.
Here's the thing. So the American pronunciation is Constantine.
All right.
But he is a British character created by British people.
Okay.
His name is Constantine.
Okay.
And Alan Moore has said it, and Neil Gaiman has said it. But yeah, so he is one of the creators of Constantine. Also, there's also this thing where apparently Constantine has made multiple appearances to people in real life, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah.
But all these people that have written stories for him have claimed to have seen him in real life. That is a completely different thing, though.
It sounds like a marketing thing.
Yeah. So he also created League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I like that. Wait, there was the graphic novel or
Yeah.
Okay.
He recently came on and said that adults' love for superheroes is a precursor to fascism.
What?
Yeah. Moore said in an interview with The Guardian, I said around about 2011 that I thought that it had serious worrying implications for the future if millions of adults were queuing up to see Batman movies, because that kind of infantilization that urges towards simpler times, simpler realities, that can very often be a precursor to fascism. He also pointed out the time of Trump's election as coinciding with superhero movies moving to the top of the worldwide box office. He said, hundreds of thousands of adults are lining up to see characters in situations that have been created to entertain a 12-year-old boy, and it was always for boys of 50 years ago. I didn't really think that superheroes were adult fare. I think this was a misunderstanding born of what happened in the 1980s, to which I must put my hands up to considerable share of that blame. Though it was not intentional when things like Watchmen were first appearing, there were a lot of headlines saying comics have grown up. I will always love and adore the comics medium, but the comics industry and all that stuff attached to it has become unbearable.
Old people are weird sometimes. Knock on wood. Older people, I would say, are weird. This just reminds me of Bill Maher, right? Because it's like. Do we have to pause? Oh,
I'll tell you.
It looked like you were about to stop me. Anyway, these people also grew up in a time where like they were told that music, like certain music that they listened to, like was bad and influencing, like them to act a certain way. They also, comic books. They grew up reading comic books too at a certain point. TV. Like it's also books were all said to be like things that manipulate people's thoughts and create this. So it's just so bizarre to me that they don't evolve with that. You know, like it's like okay, so there's a new. Like comic books have become movies. Mm-hmm. Like it's exactly what you created, sir. And it's just it's now on a TV. Whether I'm an adult that enjoys that or not, of course, there's some ties to it because it's a fantasy world, right? Yeah. You can do that. Like nothing's wrong with that, right? And it's just a different way of the media being put out to us, mm-hmm. right? Like that's how we get media now, right? It's videos, right? That's what we want to see. We don't want to read comic books all the time.
And not just that though, the stories, like. The fact that he says that these stories are for children, they're meant to entertain 12-year-old boys. And it's like, dude, have you read things like what didn't he Demon in a Bottle?
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta.
So he made a comic book.
The Watchmen. Those
is
not for
dark.
Kids.
Yeah, those are super dark. Watchmen is super dark. V for Vendetta is super dark. And there's a super powered person kind of in that because V was pretty super powered, right? Like that wasn't for kids. If you're introducing that, then you're the issue. You created this problem at the end of the day,
Agreed.
People irritate me. People, like, I hope I don't become that person.
Oh, you hide it well.
No, you are. I don't think so. I mean, I guess we'll see, but people. Okay.
Well, I feel like we have to talk about this. Robbie Coltrane passed away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Hagrid from Harry Potter.
He was Hagrid?
Yes.
I was trying to figure out who he was. He just looked way different in the...
Oh, like without the beard and
the hair, the long hair. Yeah, I was very confused. I was going to Google it and I just got distracted. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, 72 years old.
Wow.
Reports show that Snyder has presented his plan for Justice League 2 and 3 to Warner Brothers Discovery with the storyboards and saying that it would easily fit into the slate of movies they have planned. Mostly because they probably don't have no story, so it doesn't matter where you put them.
You just, mix them in.
There is currently an exclusive exhibit in the AT&T Discovery District of Dallas called The Dreamscapes of Zack Snyder's Justice League that has storyboards and everything. But these aren't the same storyboards that were presented to Warner Bros. Discovery. Though it seems that while they might take his story, quote unquote, under consideration, they don't seem to want him as a director. There's also reports that Warner Bros. Discovery is wanting to develop a Trinity movie with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Batfleck, and Cavill's Superman. Because this fucking Batman villain, David Zaslav, has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, give us more Batman and more Wonder Woman, more Superman. Yeah. Instead of developing all these other characters, building your fucking world. Why is it so difficult? Like you have such a large.
Not even. What's his name? The new Batman. Don't remember his name. Patterson. Yeah. Patterson, right?
Patterson.
Okay. Not even that Batman. Like, I thought that was the whole point, like, of introducing.
No,
kind of getting him.
I don't think he's
he's just gonna be a temporary series, right?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Insiders have said that Wonder Woman 3 would actually be the Trinity film that fucking Batman villain David Zaslav wants. But other sources have said that Patty Jenkins has already finished that script and that the Trinity project is another one altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Batman villain, Warner Bros. Discovery has laid off more employees after eliminating 14% of its HBO Max workforce earlier this summer.
Crazy.
It cut 26% across its scripted and unscripted and animated divisions, laying off 82 staffers and choosing not to fill 43 vacant positions.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're saying that people will keep getting laid off throughout the fall, citing declining stock prices. Maybe prices are declining because it's dumbasses running it into the ground, but who knows, right?
Yeah, that's a good point though, because we canceled our HBO Max subscription.
And I get it.
Yeah, and because of various different reasons, but on top of that, like the content is just like, meh, whatever. Yeah. Bill Maher, ugh, he's on there.
Remember a few shows ago when I mentioned that Dan Lin had said no to the job of guiding the DCEU?
Yeah, he's back.
Well, no. An insider at Warner Bros. Discovery revealed that the reason Lin took his name out of the running for the job was the fact that they opted to cancel the finished movie and use it as a tax write-off instead.
Oh, like Batwoman? Yeah. Batgirl.
Yes.
Yeah.
The CFO and Saslav minion, Gunnar Weidenfels, defended the studio's decision, saying that it was blown out of proportion a little bit and reinforcing that the studio plans to spend a lot of money on future projects.
But you had a movie that you could have just released and you didn't release it. I'm just saying, why it does come off very shady either way. You made a movie, you just called it a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're shady.
But
he's saying it's blown out of proportion. It's literally what happened, though.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
So.
Well, Sony has found a director for their next Marvel movie.
What next Marvel movie? What are they trying to do?
Jonas Cuarón has been hired to helm the highly anticipated film led by the amazing actor that is Bad Bunny.
Oh my God, that was the Luchador. Oh, okay.
It will be Cuarón's first English film. His father is Alfonso Cuarón.
I don't know who they are.
He did Gravity.
Gravity was good. Who? What was the other one?
Roma.
No.
And he also did Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, that was good.
Gareth Dunnett Alcocer will be writing the script. He just did the Blue Beetle film for DC. Let's not forget that El Muerto only had 3 comic book appearances.
He's going to be part of the Sinister Six, by the way. That's probably why they're doing it that way.
Well, when they wanted to work with Bad Bunny, and he's the one that went out and found the character that he wanted to play.
But why did they want to work with Bad Bunny? That's my question. Nothing.
Because he's
just famous.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. But and so nothing against what he does, but why did they? Why to me it's why did they go to this artist, right, to do a movie?
Just a name.
And that's my thing too, right? And this is what I'm saying. They're probably gonna do a Sinister Six thing with him because they're already kind of focused on they already did what they did with Vulture and Morbius, So it's like they're gonna do Muerto, Craven, El Muerto, and he's gonna be just part of that group, Where's the ladies? Where are the ladies? Are we gonna get a female Dr. Ock? At least. She was in the
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, okay, you seem confused. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was trying to remember her name, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, her name was Dr. Octopus. Dr. Ock.
No, the character.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Octavius.
So with the Blade movie having lost its director, it seems that Marvel is shutting down the Blade movie for now.
No, what?
They were meant to start production on it. I think it was this month.
Shit.
And now it's more likely to restart production in early 2023, making it miss its November 2023 release. Yeah, people are saying that they really want to get it right.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
And there are reports that Mahershala Ali is not happy with the script, saying that it's 90 pages, which makes it a really short movie, and with only 2 lackluster action sequences. So hopefully they're gonna work on that.
Wouldn't the script be created first and then they start kind of filling the situation?
I don't know how it works.
Or people? I mean, neither do I.
Yeah, Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers movies have all been delayed. So Blade is now expected September 6th of 2024. Deadpool 3 has moved to November 8th of 2024. Fantastic Four to February 14th of 2025. There is an untitled Marvel film that is now set for November 7th of 2025, and Secret Wars has been moved to May 1st of 2026.
Secret Wars?
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't there already ads for that?
Yeah.
Secret War. That's the Nick Fury one, right?
Yeah. No, that's Secret Invasion.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's where I'm confused.
Yes.
Oh, Secret Wars. Yeah, got it. Different. Secret Wars, Secret Invasion.
That just made me think of The Simpsons, where he's just like, "Gime, what's a gime?" And he sees people coming out with workout equipment. He's like, "Oh, a gime."
He goes inside the game. Yeah.
Finn Jones has expressed his interest in returning to the role of Iron Fist.
Yo.
He said, "I would love to continue playing the character. I think there's a lot of room for growth. Personally, where I would like to see the reintroduction of the character would be something like a Heroes for Hire TV series. That's actually the only time I liked him when he was with Mike Coulter, like when they did that little team up for a while, because they actually work really well off of each other.
Yeah,
and a Heroes for Hire TV show would be good. Luke Cage.
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to remember the name of the character. I didn't even see that though. Was Jessica Jones part of that too? Or they did like
the Defenders.
Defenders.
Yeah, which was not good.
No, I didn't see
the
that.
Defenders was terrible.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Nova has a writer. Xavier Pirzada has worked on Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. So, yeah,
Moon Knight wasn't. Well,
Moon Knight wasn't bad. I feel like Moon Knight's forgettable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I never remember Moon Knight until someone mentions it, and then I always have the same reaction.
That's a good point.
I'll go, oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There is no release date though, or director attached to it. But there are rumors that the debut won't be a series or a movie, but instead a special, kind of like they had with Werewolf by Night.
That's cool.
And it's going to be on Disney Plus.
Cool.
What if Zombies got a TV rating?
What if zombies?
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to be a TVMA, which is a TV version of Rated R.
Okay.
There will only be 4 episodes.
Okay.
There is no length for the episodes, but it being only 4 episodes, we're probably looking at hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I don't need entire 6-episode series of no story.
Yeah. Marvel Zombies, the graphic novel was interesting in a sense. Mm-hmm. Comic books do really weird things though. They kind of jump around like a lot, you know?
There is a version with Ash.
Oh.
From The Evil Dead.
Yeah, there is. I don't remember it much, but I can picture him in the comic book. That's why. Yeah. I had a few of the books for the Marvel Zombies.
We finally had the finale of She-Hulk.
Yeah, finally.
I took no notes, so
yeah, I didn't take notes either. My reaction right after the show ended was like, "Fuck She-Hulk." So the whole okay, I don't know how to say this. Well, I really didn't end up liking the series, you know. And I know, like last time we talked about She-Hulk, you were kind of like okay with it, and I didn't like the way that it ended. Was she broke the fourth wall of Disney Plus, right? And it was such a cop out. I feel like too, you know, where I get it. They were just like, you know what, this series was trash and it was meant to be trash. Ha 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 ha. You know, yeah. It honestly, it just was. It made it so much worse to me. Now, they didn't have to do what she said they were gonna do, right? Where it was just like everything was coming together all at once, right? From Hulk to Abomination to Titania to I don't even know what other villain was involved in the end. Oh, Hulk King, that guy, right?
Todd.
Yeah, so they didn't have to do that, right? But in all reality, that's how messy the show was. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like there were so many different combinations of things that were happening in the show that I just kind of like, man, like what's going on? Like, what is really going on? Like, it's like you guys are just giving us bad stuff. Yeah. They're just giving us bad stuff. I will go on about it, you know, like.
No, please do.
No. You could. What did you want to say?
No, keep going. Get it all out.
And you know, people will say what irritates me about this, though, right, is that people will say that the reason, for example, the reason certain people don't like it is because it's a woman. You know, She-Hulk is a woman, right? And she's basically, and that's almost exactly what they said in the TV show, right? Like, it's not like everybody wants to go up against her, you know, because she's a woman, and that, you know, all these bros are just mad, right? No. Like, just from me, like from my perspective, being a gay man of color, just FYI, this was not a good show. I'm a little pale, yeah, but this was not a good show. This was not a good show. I don't like. I understand the fun. There was some fun in it. It was cute certain parts. I like She-Hulk the character. I actually didn't mind She-Hulk. The actress playing She-Hulk, I can't remember her name.
Tatiana Maslany.
Okay, her. I didn't mind her. I didn't even mind Jamil. I think she would have been the perfect just overall villain of the series. It would have been great just to have that. You know, it could have even just been two villains, right? But I feel like everything that they did in the show, and then in the finale episode, was just to be like, well, you guys already think it's trash anyway, just because of this reason. So we're just gonna give you trash, a combination of trash now, you know. But by the way, no, we can control this. This is our show. So we're just gonna make it less trash, but it ended up being trash anyway. It was too much, Jose. It was too much. As confusing as it sounds, is because it was that confusing in the end, in my opinion. I did not understand the show in the end. One of the biggest things that I have an issue. I'm gonna go on.
No, please do.
Okay. One of the biggest issues that I have with this show, right? Mm-hmm. She-Hulk Jennifer is Jen is a lawyer. Mm-hmm. She's a lawyer, right? She just so happens to be a Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we could say that, right? Why the fuck wasn't she the main lawyer in this series, right? Why was it that we had the other character to be the lawyer for the superhumans that Jen could have been the lawyer for, right? Jen didn't have to be She-Hulk. I mean, it was part of her contract, actually. She had to be She-Hulk. But okay, then show her in court as She-Hulk, then take her to her real life. You know, like they tried to do kind of on and off, but then they had that other character who came in as a very stoic lawyer presence to take over the lawyering. Yeah, and I was just kind of like, what did you say? She was a gorgeous woman, yes. Yeah. But why did we need two lawyers when Jennifer was a lawyer? She-Hulk was a lawyer. Why did we need another character to come in as a lawyer when we had a lawyer already? And it should have been about She-Hulk, and it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Okay, go, Jose. That's my initial rant. Go ahead.
No. Is there more?
There's gonna be more. I can't remember anything right now.
Okay.
So I'm mad.
Like I said, at some point I realized that this was not the show I was expecting, and it made me think of more like what cartoons were like in the 90s, to where episodes were kind of connected but they weren't, and every episode kind of did its own thing. I agree the ending was egregious. It invalidated everything that happened throughout the whole show, because now it's like, okay, so wait, why all of a sudden there's no reason for your blood to have been stolen? Also, the reason that that Bruce doesn't die of gamma radiation exposure is something in his blood, in his DNA, and that's the reason that Jen doesn't get it. So it doesn't make sense that someone else was able to turn into a Hulk.
Okay.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah. Well, but they scrapped that though.
Oh yeah, they scrapped that. But like I said, it just completely invalidated that whole thing of her being attacked and them trying to take her blood. Mm-hmm. There was a huge missed opportunity with doing that what's it called? Like that classic, I guess, Daredevil fight scene, mm-hmm. where it's just an uncut fight. Mm-hmm. Because it just was riddled with Marvel cuts. When we see Daredevil fighting all these people, he throws a kick, there's 4 cuts before the kick even connects, right? And it just made me long for the Netflix series where we have that hallway scene where it's just like fucking 11 minutes of them just it's not a single shot, you know, there are secret cuts, but there's like 4 cuts in that 11 minutes, as opposed to the 4 cuts before one kick lands, mm-hmm. that Marvel is fucking terrible with. and instead of giving us a great fight scene, we get this choppy mess followed by her just breaking in, right? Mm-hmm. Before he fights like four people at once. I was excited because I was like, I want to see more Daredevil. Mm-hmm. I get it. It's not a Daredevil show. No. Fine. Cool. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Right.
hopefully you're better at it when we do get this 18 episode Daredevil show, which already sounds like way too much.
Yeah, but wasn't that even kind of confusing because they were trying to say that she was not a traditional, she wasn't Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. She's She-Hulk, so she needed to. She approached things differently than Hulk, but then the first thing she goes and smashes in a building, you know, and it's like, but you're not Hulk, you know. That's the whole point of you, or what they were trying to deliver to us. I thought. Also,
the CGI on Daredevil.
The
CGI on her is terrible.
Okay,
but all right. So the part where they show Matt Murdock on top of the parking structure, and the way he gets down. It's all CGI and it looks so cartoony and terrible.
I don't remember it.
And I'm just like you're taking the humanity out of that character by making him extra super, you know? Like I didn't need that. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But ultimately I didn't hate the show. And I also think part of that is how bad how bad Miss Marvel was. Yeah. Like I honestly think that Miss Marvel was just so bad that it made me enjoy this show more.
Yeah.
That what was before Miss Marvel? Was it Moon Knight?
Moon Knight, yeah.
Moon Knight was so forgettable.
Yeah, it was okay.
It made me like this show more.
Yeah.
Whatever was before Moon Knight, because I feel like we didn't like that either.
Hawkeye. Was that his name? Hawkeye? Yeah,
Hawkeye?
I hated Hawkeye.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hawkeye was fine. And so I think that once I kind of just realized that, all right, this is like a 90s cartoon where it's cheesy. It's not really meant to tell me a story, I guess. Because, I mean, I said that, right? Like, I said that last time. Like, it's not telling me a story. Yeah. And that is exactly what happened at the end. They're like, you know what? There is no story here.
That's literally what they said, you know? But then, oh my God, but then why do things, it's so annoying because they do things like Titania, right? They introduced her for an episode. She was gone for like 4 episodes and then showed up again, right? They introduced that like tribe of like guys with the Asgardian weapons, right? And then they were gone. And then one of them came back in a retreat, you know? And then they did things like Daredevil, right? Which I really like seeing the like kind of a different side of Daredevil, like the sweeter side, I would say, right? Very charming, man. Oh my God, I want to have his.
And they had great chemistry together too.
It was great, and it's cool. You could have given us that cuteness of the relationship, but also it didn't make fucking sense because I understand he's a lawyer, but like on the East Coast, you know, like number one, right? And then like who goes around walking around in their Daredevil outfit? Like I know they just like did what they did, and he's like walking down the street just dressed as Daredevil, barefooted, right? Yeah. Which again, so they showed his helmet in a box or his mask in a box, and then 4 episodes later we got Daredevil, right? Hulk was in the first episode, right? Yeah. And then he kind of made an appearance in this episode, right? Abomination.
He made an appearance at the end.
Abomination.
No,
wait, Hulk? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he showed up in this episode, but I'm saying like Hulk showed up in the first episode, and then like episode 9. Wait, 8 episodes, whatever. The last episode, he showed up again, right? Abomination. At least Abomination was consistent enough, I feel like. But even then, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm over here as a reformed villain," right?
Yeah.
It would have been a great twist, by the way, to just make him the villain in the end.
I'm glad they didn't, because I feel like that was.
But then he was doing like a speech for these guys who were anti her. Like,
but he said it like he's doing it for the money.
I get it. I understand,
and I think they're trying to set him up as the Hulk for the Thunderbolts, basically. Okay. Because I don't know if they're doing Red Hulk.
Yeah, they're probably not. Well, that's fucked up. There were so many inconsistencies again in a story, you know, and. It just got really frustrating. Like we didn't even see the demon things that they kept fighting, like that magician guy or whoever the fuck. We didn't see the rest of that team, like with El Aguila and Porcupine or whatever the guy's name was. Like Manbull was. We didn't see them. Like it was all these characters and things that were introduced just for like, hey, here, have a lot of it, you know. Like and then the whole reference to Kevin, right? Mm-hmm. Like this straight up became what was that? I was hoping that it would at least become that Portal. where like, okay, the AI at least could have been the villain, you know, but and then like, no, you know what? This is our own story. We're gonna make it what we want it to be because I'm She-Hulk, you know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm all about everything, right? Like, but there has to be a good story.
I agree.
There was no good story. I don't tell me this was a good show. I don't care. I'm a guy. I understand that. I know I'm a man. I know, okay, I'm a gay man, whatever, right? Don't tell me this was a good story. It wasn't a good story. You can say it was a little fun. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, you can say it was a little fun. There was some fun. There was some. She made a joke about smashing Daredevil. That was hilarious. I laughed out loud.
I laughed quite a bit in this show. Yeah. Like, quite a bit.
I don't know if it was that much, Jose, but
not in this episode, but like throughout the series.
I would say that too. Okay, I did laugh quite a bit throughout the show, right? But it wasn't a good show. It was not a good show. I don't care what people say. Fuck this show. Fuck what they gave us in the end.
I totally get it. I really feel like Tatiana Maslany was the reason that I don't hate this show as much as I
can see that. And you didn't like her at first, by the way.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And she definitely grew on me.
She's cute. It was cute. It was a good. She was good as they choose the right people.
Yeah.
They choose the right people. They just don't give us the right stories.
Yeah. Right now, Marvel has been lacking on stories.
Yeah.
On stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
God, Miss Marvel was terrible.
Fucked up Miss Marvel. And she was such a good actress, too.
Yeah.
That little girl was, like, great at it.
Yeah. And just that story was terrible. Lack thereof.
Yeah. It's so sad. I love Miss Marvel. I'm so sad. I wanted to know so much more about She-Hulk. I'm just sad. Like, they didn't even bring back the guy that stole her DNA.
Yeah. No. Completely left him out.
Yeah, like he's just gone.
Yeah.
You know,
like I said, it just reminded me a lot of like '90s cartoons, where if you watch, for instance, the Spider-Man animated series, although there is an overarching story, there are just little so many stuff. Like filler episodes and a villain of the week type thing.
Yeah,
where that's kind of what this felt like. Like, okay, there is a first episode and a last episode that are kind of meant to be connected, and everything in between is like a filler. Villain, quote unquote, villain of the week type episode. So I think once I just realized that's what this is, I was like, all right, I'm no longer expecting a story, and that is exactly what I said the last time I mentioned. We talked about this.
I get you.
I'm not expecting a story out of this.
That's terrible. That's sad. We could have got even like a rom-com about a lawyer, a She-Hulk lawyer.
Yeah, and I would have been okay with that.
An hour and a half, 2-hour movie, and it would have probably been way better than.
You know what? Just give me more Tatiana Maslany.
She's cute. She's cute. Her. I'm sorry. You know how they kept talking about her outfit, and I'm gonna get really gay right now. Those outfits that they would put on She-Hulk and then also put on her, they were not cute. Those were not cute outfits. Like they really aged her. Number one. Oh my God, who am I? They made her feel like more mature than she is, And She-Hulk did not look great in like the dress wasn't even touching the floor. Like. That's my gay side. Stop.
Why are you?
Stop. I'm just saying, like, green and platinum does not look good. That was weird. That was really weird. But then again, it was a CG too. So
the CGI was terrible.
So there's this TikTok filter that transforms you into She-Hulk, and I feel like even Adolfo said this. I feel like that came out better than the CG we got. In She-Hulk.
It's way too smooth.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like if you see Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, you see like the lines texture, on his face and texture,
different
and
colors of green. It's like gray and greenish.
Yeah, she just looks like a cartoon. Like she looks like she's just straight out of Space Jam.
Yeah. One fucking final thing that pissed me off was the whole like Hulk came back to the family reunion with a son, Scar, Scar, Skar, yeah, stupid,
yeah.
And then we're not gonna hear anything about it because hey, by the way, he has a son now, So
yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing where that story pans out. If they're gonna introduce Kyra, his mom, the son's mom, Scar's mom. We'll see.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. We didn't even get a good She-Hulk series. What makes me think I'm going to get anything to learn about Hulk anymore at this point?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Professor Jaime.
Hi.
Please tell us.
Who's that Pokemon?
No.
All right, cool. Good show. That's our show, everybody.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'm gonna start this by saying fuck Pokemon. just a bunch of disappointment today, and for some reason my thing's not syncing. So
You're gonna go by memory.
What?
You're gonna go by memory?
No.
I
It wasn't singing on my tablet. I'll talk about it, but I first wanted to give a little rant.
All right.
As a Pokemon professor, which so Pokemon did this thing, and I kind of posted about it, where the way that they were gonna reveal a Pokemon was very like it was like a what they call VTubers. I'm not sure actually. They're a streamer basically. So they introduced a new gym leader who is also a streamer, right? Her name is Ayano. So it's like play like on words because she's an electric type gym leader. So Ion,
yeah,
and then because it's almost like saying I don't know because she's kind of ditzy. She's really cute. Like honestly, the design of the character is really cute. I'm really like it. It was cute, like the way that they introduced it. But I also got up at 6 a.m. just to like watch this, and it wasn't worth waking up at 6 a.m. for.
Don't you wake up at 6 a.m. anyway?
Well, sometimes, but like sometimes I wake up and then I go back to sleep. But this time I kind of tried to stay up because I wanted to see the news, right?
Okay.
So what I feel like they're doing wrong is that they're focusing too much on things that are not Pokemon.
Damn, you're even giving them the finger wag.
The Pokemon Company is forgetting the most important part about the Pokemon Company, and that is the Pokemon, right? Some of the news that we've been getting about Pokemon stuff has been just like, what the fuck, right? In my opinion.
Okay.
Oh, you seem a little taken back. So I'm going to go on a little rant about this, like I said, Jose, okay?
Please, rant away.
We got news that they're doing like this like camping thing with your Pokemon, which is cute, but also they're like you're going to be making sandwiches for your Pokemon. And I'm just kind of like, why do I need to make sandwiches? In previous games, there's been like a little cooking mechanic or a mini game that you can play in the game, but it's like you make like food for your Pokemon, right? Like you make what's called puffins back in the day, or Pokeblocks at a certain point too, right? This one's like you're making full on deli sandwiches for your Pokemon. I'm like, that's not why I want to play this game. You know? So back to this streamer Ayano. She was like, hey, I'm gonna tell you guys about my partner Pokemon. It was all subbed. It was really cute. The animation was really cute. The way that she was moving, like it was great for very, very streamer thing, right? And she's describing a Pokemon that's like that has eyes that aren't really its eyes. You know, like it has two orbs that look like eyes. It talks about its typing being electric. She was describing a Pokemon, trying to get us to guess what the Pokemon is. Mm-hmm. And I think they kind of failed with that because this wasn't a Pokemon that existed, you know?
So it's a brand new Pokemon?
It's a brand new Pokemon, but they wanted us to guess what the Pokemon was. And this might have been able to work if it was like a regional variant, right? Yeah. Like we've talked about in the past. It almost might have worked if it was something like that, but it wasn't. It wasn't even like a variant.
Just a brand new.
It was a brand new Pokemon. And it's like, this is really dumb, you know? Like, and I think that they realized after they released that video, because it seemed like there was going to be like a follow-up the next week or something like that. And then they just like the next day, they was like, oh, by the way, here's the Pokemon. But it was so low-key that they didn't even do a special announcement for it. But that Pokemon is the one I'm going to talk about today.
Should I guess?
Guess the Pokemon. No.
Electrodog.
No. Oh my god. And let me find my notes. This is the only Pokemon I'm going to talk about this week. It's actually pretty cute though. Like I liked it. I liked it in the end. And his name is Bellybolt. His name is Bellybolt. My screen's a little dark. Let me turn up the brightness real quick. His name is Bellybolt, so it's really cute looking Pokemon. Very for the cameras. Bellybolt is a new Pokemon you can meet in the Paldea region. It is. Can you guess what type it is?
Electric.
Yes, great job.
So good at
Wait,
this.
I might have said that already, huh?
Shut up.
And it's known as the
Maybe I just know stuff.
It's known as the Elefrog Pokemon, which I don't know why it's called an Elefrog, but Pokemon.
Because it's an electric frog.
Yeah, I know, but why didn't you just call it the Electric Frog Pokemon? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like a dance.
in the new Matrix movie. events. This Pokemon is electric type, and it's gonna have the abilities of electromorphosis, which is a new ability, and static, which is an existing ability. But it says its belly button dynamo produces a huge amount of electricity. So it says about Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt expands and contracts its elastic body to generate electricity in an organ that looks like a belly button.
Same.
That's that little, the little dot. The huge amount of electricity generated. The huge amount of electricity generated this way is the discharge from the two bumps on either side of its head that resemble eyes. So you see the things on the side of its head? Those are not its eyes.
Oh, the yellow dots.
The two yellow dots in the middle are its actual eyes. It's so confusing to look at because it still looks really cute either way. So that's one of the things. But the Electromorphosis new ability, it says Belly Bolt's ability, Electromorphosis, is a new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. Belly Bolt becomes charged when it's hit by an attack, boosting the power of the next electric type move it uses. So that means you get extra damage just by getting hit by another Pokemon. There's not much that I have on this Pokemon, so it's going to be a short Pokemon today. But it's a cute Pokemon. I liked it. I just didn't like the way that they did the reveal. This is Ayano.
It's Pikachu! Pikachu!
That's Ayano. She's the gym leader.
Ooh.
For everybody. One last note that I want to make is that they are comparing this Pokemon to the original design of Politoed. So this was the original design of Politoed, which is already an existing Pokemon in Generation 2. And this is the new design, obviously, for Belly Bolt, like you saw. So, but that is all I have this week. The Pokemon Jaime's Pokedex, Pokemon in Jaime's Pokedex.
It's Pikachu!
It was Belly Bolt, but yes, thank you very much. You learned so much of my disappointment.
So much.
I love Pokemon, by the way. Just FYI.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you to anyone still listening. Thank you to our silent fourth, I guess.
Third
today. The great Adolfo for making us sound the way we do.
As always.
Join us next week where we jack into the Matrix.
Okay.
Have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Have a week.
Bye.